Hi folks, with Tacitus Today, your pushback channel, and thank you for joining this audio no pictures live stream. Please listen to this presentation as you would a radio broadcast. In this essay, I'd like to talk about the issue of or the matter of good buddy from decades ago, and you come across them, maybe you see them online, or you're looking at a list of employees at a company or something. You go, oh, I remember that guy, or I remember her, or I used to date her, or that type of thing. So here's there's a few instances just recently have come up, and I mentioned this sort of occurrence a while ago, but just I've got a few recent instances, and I'm starting to think maybe my underarm deodorant isn't working as well as I thought, or something. But there's more to it than that. Now, as a guy's good buddy of mine in senior high school and in early college, we both moved. Like he moved interstate at the other end of the country. We were getting married, moving around. I had a lot of international travel. And so just through work, career opportunities, who we married, where we lived, we just lost touch with each other. And so I was at a client's, going to see a client, and I noticed that in one of their subsidiary companies, I was looking at the management team, one of the subsidiary companies that we were not doing business with, this guy, so I know that guy. Oh, that's so-and-so. So I reached out and said, hey, I didn't know you were there, and so let's why don't we catch up, have a cup of coffee or something, have a chat on the phone. Yeah. So we have a chat on the phone. He agrees to me. I got the impression he was rather reluctant. Now the photograph on his bio has got to be 20 years old. I mean, I'm getting on for it. But anyway, so we agreed to meet at a coffee shop at the bottom of the building in the office block where his work was. So when I get there, and there's a guy who I'm sitting outside, and there's an inside and outside, and there's a guy inside that I thought that maybe looked a bit like him. So I wonder if that's him. I thought it can't be him, because this guy was quite an active sort of sporty type of guy. But the guy and I was looking at was, this guy was like, I don't know, 5'9", 175 centimeters tall. And again, a very active guy. But this guy I was looking at was about the same width as his height. He was corpulent, to say the least. These huge puffy sort of red cheeks, and I thought that can't be him, so I didn't think any more. But I sent a text just saying, "Well, I'm here and I'm waiting for you." And then that guy, who I thought might have been him, just suddenly got up and waddled off and went into the same building that this former buddy of mine was working in. And then a couple of minutes later, I get a text saying, "Look, huge emergency, got held up. Sorry, can't meet. Apologies. Maybe another time." And that's it. So no, I hadn't had to go too far out of my way. So, but I was a little put out. And I was guessing that guy that I thought was actually him. And so some time goes, a little bit of time. Not many. A few days go by. He calls. He's clearly embarrassed, and it was him. It was that guy. And now I'm in quite good shape because I work hard at it. I'm very careful what I eat and drink. I do a lot of exercise. Go 10, like every day. I try and do a 10-kilometer bike ride and this sort of thing. Only because I put that time, effort, and discipline. And don't think that when it's cold or it's too hot or it's raining or it's this or it's that I don't think, what, I might not do it today, but I force myself to do it to maintain a level of fitness that I'd like to have. Now, whereas I don't really want to do all the work I have to get this fit, I do want the fitness. The only way to get the fitness is to do the work, even though I'd happily give up the work. It's kind of, you don't have one without the other. So he's all, I saw you coming in, you look the same as you did, a little heavier set, but you look the same as you did sort of 40 years ago. I'm 61 now, so he said, I saw you, geez, you're looking really good. You're in fantastic shape, and da da da. I was so embarrassed by the way I look that I couldn't face you. I just couldn't sit there, thinking that you'd be thinking that I'm just a big, corpulent obese slob, and I just couldn't. Oh, sorry, but I just couldn't face you, and so I was quite surprised. I tried to say, look, I don't care how you look. I mean, it's not important. You're my buddy, and I don't care. It's not important. Oh no. If you'd been sort of overweight or on crutches, then that would have been fine. But no, not looking like you do. I mean, wow, you're in such good shape. And no, I don't think I'm in that good a shape, by the way. But so, I do what I can, but it's not. I don't think I'm in tip-top shape. But anyway, he thinks so. Or compared to him, maybe I am. So. But he, he eats a lot of sweet, sugary foods. He drinks a lot of booze, and he doesn't do any exercise. So that's kind of the outcome when you live that lifestyle. If you're always eating bagels loaded with cream and goodness knows what, you're going to get that thing. So anyway, that was that. Now another, again, this has happened sort of in threes. I don't know if this is prophetic or something. Another guy, he very similar sort of situation. He's his knees and his hips are shot, and his back's hurting him, and he's half the time he's walking around on crutches, and he's on painkillers, which make him rather crabby and irritable. So we're going to catch up, and I saw him actually in a media article, and I thought, oh, I know him. Oh, yeah, I should call him up and say hi. And he, in the meantime, calls someone who I know and says, look, I'm going to catch up with Billy Bob. What's he like these days? How's he look? Now, this guy I know is I do a lot of swimming, and so he's wow, Billy Bob's in really good shape. I mean, he does all these exercises, and he can wear tight fitting clothes, and so he's in really good shape. Oh, so he tells me he can't see me. There's this dude with the shot hips and the fucked up knees, and so I didn't realize this until this other guy he called tells me. Did you know that Peter called up about you, and he was asking about you, and his what condition he's in, don't you? Well, no, I haven't seen him for years. Then he tells me that his hips and his knees are all shot, and half the time he's walking around on crutches. So no, I didn't know that. Oh wow, okay, all right then. He said I told him, he was asking how you were. I told him you in really fit condition, and you were looking pretty good and all this sort of stuff. And so he tells this other guy, no, I can't, not condition I'm in, I can't see it. So just because I've sort of made the effort, and it takes a lot of discipline when you get older, made the effort to be in good physical shape. These people I've known can't even sit down and have a cup of coffee with me for that. Now, same goes for a guy, again, same sort of thing, like a first-year college, sort of we've known each other since first-year college. He's a good buddy, I liked him. He ended up, we're hanging out with a group of people, and there was this really hot chick was in the group. He ended up dating her, and then they got married later on. And she was I thought she was smoking hot, this chick. Anyway, she they got married, and so I was going to catch up with him, and so he said that he showed me a photo, because he's you'll have to meet catch up with, I can't remember her name now, Janet or something like that, I think it was. We had to catch up with her, and we all get together, and we can go out for dinner or something. Yeah, sure, yeah, sounds good. So anyway, he turns up on it just on his own, and but previous to that, he showed me a photograph of her, and he said, "Oh, have you seen my wife and kids?" Well, no, and I didn't recognize her. I mean, talk about like her skin had gone to shit. Her skin was in absolutely diabolical condition. She had good skin. She was again, had added so much weight that I didn't. She had these puffy cheeks and everything. I just didn't recognize her at first, and so he said, that's Janet, but and I didn't say anything, but I thought, you've got to be kidding! No way, that's her. Fuck, has she gone downhill? I didn't say anything though. It's hey. So he comes. So when we're going to get together, he comes on his own. He said that, oh, Janet doesn't want to come, and she says he wouldn't recognize her, and she's ashamed about how she's let herself go and all this sort of thing. And I told her how what good shape you. So here's this: can you catch up with people that you've known from decades ago? Is it possible? Can you do it? Now, I mean, I suppose it is, but they see it. From what I can tell, they see it in some ways like a competition. So if I was, overweight, waddling around, and wanted to come along and tell them how I was going to die of cancer tomorrow, they'd meet me. They'd be fine with that. But because I've got no stories of woe, I mean, not that my life's been a bed of roses from a while ago, but they appear to think that that they're ashamed of how they look and their situation, and so they can't meet on maybe the assumption they'd be judged, or it's I don't know. I mean, given that they see the world that way, that would assume that they're quite judgmental, I suppose. But whereas I may be surprised that someone's gone downhill to the extent that they have. It would be a matter of surprise only, not a matter of judging and denigration or throwing barbs or anything at them. So anyway, this is the thing. Can you reconnect with people that you've known from decades ago? And my experience actually is that these people don't want to catch up, or don't want to meet, not even to have a cup of coffee. They're maybe prepared to have a telephone conversation, but nothing more than that. I find that strange because I don't see the world that way. I perceive that it's okay to meet people and so on. But maybe my views are perverted. I'll be interested to see your comments below. You're being a Tacitus today, your pushback, Joe, and thank you for listening.